I became the manager of Birmingham City, and we are in season number 5 starting today. Our team did a very good job last season, getting 7th spot, which means effectively I've just watched it up that we will play in the UEFA Europa League of all competitions, so very interesting season ahead. Now what I can tell you lads is that this season we have our biggest budget yet, 86 million. That is a budget and a half. We have players like Bird and Burgess returning from loan, the youth academy players. Also Hills here, the backup goalkeeper now. He's 77 overall, so could he be our new starter here for Villa? That is a big question. We have 3 77 or 78 rated players. Goalkeepers now. At centre back, I right away replaced Rüdiger with the 10-year younger Cresswell. So Rüdiger is there still on the bench. Palacio is also there. He didn't just yet develop that nicely, but he still has time to grow. He's 20 years of age only. I have just made a massive sale selling Miles Villa to Burnley. I wasn't sure about him and finally I could sell him. He's 27-78, not the greatest of goalkeepers, but he did his job. I've also sold the former youth academy player Gabriel Bird because he lost his potential tag. Even though he was out on loan, he didn't grow that much. 5.4 million we got still out of him. As well as letting go of yet another left back in Lee Buchanan. He was also very important to this team. Instrumental to our promotion to, of course, the Premier League. And also to, of course, establish us in that biggest league in the world. 18 million we got from Girona for the English left back. Our squad is looking, the first 11 on the surface is looking very good. Maybe Partey could get replaced here, he's 34. But otherwise the bench is a bit where the problems lie, as we don't have a fullback on neither the substitutes nor the reserves after selling 2 left backs. We have Kirik Shoy, who is not a bad backup striker. Haynes, who is a very good backup winger. Paul, who is still a good cam. Bellingham a bit iffy, still at a 75. I would have wanted more from him. Yeah, otherwise this team is coming together nicely, and if we decide to, of course, strengthen that team, it has to be in a clever way. I also want to change the tactical vision to wing play, as that is something I would see us do very well in, with our good wingers Neverton and Diao. And after all those sales, we are up to 118 million, our biggest budget by a country mile so far. I have quite possibly found the best possible CDM that we could ask for. I'm gonna chuck in 40 million plus Thomas Partey for Martin Zubimendi. Let's see if this works, but they ask 60 million plus Partey. That is just so much money. Let's see if we can get this down to, let's say, 45 plus 10% sell-on clause. They still want 57. I mean, that's gonna cost us so much, but at least we will be sorted. 53 is my next offer. Still, they want to get 55.5. I mean, 54, make it 54 and you can have Partey and I can have Zubimendi. No, they still want 55. They are so greedy here. Monaco. Fair play. But now 55 works. I mean, it's closer to their valuation of the player, but oh well, I don't care at this point. We have agreed a deal with Martin Zubimendi, our new CDM, coming in for Thomas Partey in a straight swap deal plus 55 million. That is exactly the quality we need in that CDM spot. I mean, he's 28, Martin Zubimendi, 86 overall. I mean, that midfield is looking a lot better now with the introduction of course, Zubimendi alongside Walton. Look at those two, an Englishman and a Spaniard. I've just got a lucrative offer of 22 million for Antonio Rüdiger. I'm gonna try 26 for Manchester City and Pep Guardiola, and he accepts that. Could have asked for even more. Rüdiger is 82 rated, on the decline just like Partey. They helped us both get where we are today. But 26 million are not something to take lightly, and so we have sold Antonio Rüdiger to Manchester City. That can change our club once again. I am alright with Palacio being the backup centre-back, but Of course, the left back spot, the right back spot on the chopping block, especially that left back spot. I want to keep Sesenyo at the club, but I also want to get in another left back who is probably younger or higher rated. And we'll still have about 89 million after the sale of Rüdiger to do so. I have found the optimal player for that job at the left back spot. Putting, of course, Sesenyo on the bench. He even takes a wage cut from PSG, his former club. And here he comes in, he's 23, 83 overall already. Formerly played for Bournemouth in the Premier League. One of the brightest talents at this moment in time in the left back spot. It is the Hungarian Milos Kerkez joining us from PSG. That's a big signing. Second big signing. 48 million he cost us. Finally, we have some backup in, of course, the fullbacks, where Sesenyo goes to the bench. Kerkez is now the starter here at 83 overall, and this team is coming together nicely. Now, what do we do in, of course, the goalkeeping spot? That is the next question. But for now, you can answer that question in the comments. We have about 37 million left in our budget, so yeah, if you have any suggestions for that goalkeeping spot, then by all means drop them down in the comments. If you are excited for our first season in European competitions, then please consider dropping a like on the video, subscribing to the channel. I've also, just before the season started, I have also loaned out Nicolas Myers to Casa Pia in Portugal for the season. Well, our start to the Premier League season is a mixed bag. First off, away to Nottingham Forest, home to Sheffield, and then the third game already away to Manchester City. Starting off with a full-strength first 11, away at the City grounds to start off the Premier League journey. What can we achieve in this fifth season? That is the big question. What do you think, guys? Can we qualify maybe even for Champions League football? Maybe mount a title challenge? Or will we fall back down into the abyss? Here we go with Kerkez with a first challenge. Loses the ball though after that. Paula is there against Kerkez again. Our new man immediately showing what he's all about. But yeah, losing out against Paula. Sangare, that's a good player. And oh my god, they are already in our box, but we get it away. Now comes Diao with our first chance maybe of this game. Corner inside, not bad. Zubimendi is there, but Kerkez again. Kerkez into Stroikens, good ball. Stroikens, can he bring it inside? Yes. But there is nobody inside in the middle. They get another one of those dangerous long crosses. It's Ivan Toney, but we are very powerful in defense with Cresswell. And now we might be able to go on the counter, but not with a ball like that. Here comes Adam Wharton, overlapped by Haynes. Haynes came onto the field. Let's see how he developed at his, of course, loan spell. Good ball for Kerkez. Kerkez with a good ball inside, but not enough, far enough from the keeper. Haynes into Stansfield. Stansfield into Stroikens. Can we create something? No, still not. We're already in the 90th minute and Stansfield gets sent away, but he's offside, and that's a 0-0 draw to start off the Premier League season. That's not the greatest of games, I'm not gonna lie. 1 point to start off the season. A second and final game of course, this episode, this transfer-packed episode, with a rotational side before facing, of course, Manchester City. This time it is Sheffield United coming to St Andrews. Last game of this episode, at home, Sheffield United comes to town. Here comes Dalinga. I want, of course, to win this game. We have to win after, of course, the draw in the first match. It is Neil, I don't know this guy, plays it out for Mendes. Mendes against Wharton, still Mendes, plays it inside and they are up. 1-0 to Sheffield United. Neil with the goal to bring us down here in the first 11 minutes, inside the first 11 minutes. Here comes Dexter Haynes, trying to respond immediately. Dexter Haynes, but he doesn't have any support, that's the problem. And then he loses the ball because he didn't have the support needed. Here he is again, the goal scorer, the captain of Sheffield, Neil into Dalinga. Mendes, they are more dangerous than ourselves in that start of this match here, this game. It is now Love. Once again, they are in the penalty box, but Cresswell does well. Now Bellingham, come on man, explode a little bit, do something more. Kilik Choi now, once again on his own, plays it for Wharton, who sees Bellingham. Bellingham to Diao, looking for Laird. Now we can maybe cross the ball inside. We do that, and it's the equalizer. That's what you like to see. Kilik Choi, Zemi Kilik Choi coming in clutch. I mean, look at this display. Laird on the cross again, and that's why I like Ethan Laird on that right back spot. He can really bring a lot to the table with those crosses, and Semi is there to convert. 1-1. Let's see how Sheffield reacts to that setback. Can we maybe now control the game, because that's been very difficult so far, and it seems to be difficult even now. It's Neil again, the goal scorer. He's been their best player. Once again, gets the ball back. It's Vinicius Souza now, playing it for Dalinga, but Cresswell is there. Bellingham with a quite weird ball back, and now we could be in trouble here. Dalinga, and we get the foot in. Corner kick to Sheffield now. They are still on the up. They didn't fall back down after that equalizer. It's Diao though. Now could we maybe snatch them on the counter? Of course we have changed the tactical vision, but still we have those counter-attacks in ourselves. It's a Hall. Good ball now. Great ball into Bellingham. Can he send someone away? Yes! It's an own goal, I believe. Joe Bellingham cuts it back, and it gets just deflected by a defender. Goes in. We are up here. Scrappiest of goals. Look at this. I mean, it was a nice display, nice pass from Laird again. All created by Ethan Laird, and then Bellingham tries to cut it back instead of shooting. Maybe that was the best option. Even though we didn't play the greatest of first halves, we are still up. We turned the game around. Now Kilik Choi, could we even maybe double the lead? It's Kilik Choi with another goal, a brace. Now we are running riot with Sheffield United. Semi Kilik Choi, I know there is quality in that team, even from the bench. And look at what we do to Sheffield. But we are much more in control of all of that football game in the second half. I mean, Kilik Choi again with another shot, and nearly a hat-trick. I have just brought on Burgess to see how he has developed on his loan spell. Sheffield United on the attack through Neil, but gets blocked by Laird. Wonderful defending. And now Hall, maybe a counter. Can we again surprise Sheffield United? Here comes Burgess, Aaron Burgess. Cannot quite keep up. Still there, but Sheffield get the ball back. Cresswell with another nice intervention. We play so good, but then Hall's ball doesn't get through. Looking for options. I mean, they have had a lot of the ball, I have to say, but we defended well, especially second half. They didn't get the foot in. Burgers now with a good opening of the room. It's Hall, George Hall with a lot of space. Plays it in behind for Kilik Choi, who doesn't reach it. A mega for Sheffield. But that is the game done and dusted. 3-1 win, comfortable, even though we were 1-0 down. And that's what you love to see. After a couple of games, we are in second spot, even though we drew one game. I mean, we didn't even win both games and we are second. Apart from facing the taunting prospect to, of course, come up against Manchester City in the next episode, we'll also close down the transfer window, the summer transfer window. We'll go through the deadline day, probably also through a couple of games in, of course, the month of September, where the Europa League games should come probably about here. They should start about around the 15th or the 22nd. Of course, lads, we have about 40 million, so tell me what you would like to see, what improvements in our side. In a few days' time, I'm going to upload the next one. Until then, it's been Rebuild Sombrero. I'm out.